Ever since I got this boat going 4 years ago, after it had sat around for 9 years, I have been struggling to get this engine up to tip-top shape. So at this point, I'm at a loss for what I should do next. So I am throwing it out there to YouTube. What do I do to get this thing fully ripping again? Right now, I'm getting this weird little stutter as I accelerate. I'll go, rah, 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 rah. What I'm basically dealing with here is that as I throttle forward and I get some stuttering in the engine. And then as I go max velocity, I don't get that up like consistently. If I mess with the throttle and kind of jiggle it back and forth, I can get it to go, but I'm not getting it to like smoothly go through and then engage the second barrels or the back barrels of the carburetor and get going full speed, which is the speed we need for water skiing. Now, obviously it's an older engine. I understand that. However, I have replaced the anti-siphon valve. I have replaced all the fuel lines. I have rebuilt the carburetor myself. Then I took it to a shop so they could fix what I screwed up in the carburetor. We got that running better. I replaced all of the spark plug wires. I replaced the cap and rotors. I have not messed with the distributor itself or checked the timing. I think that's what I need to do next. This is my timing light. I got this from Glenn. I hooked it up to all the doohickeys and the things and nothing happened. So I'm not sure if I'm just not using this thing correctly or what the deal is. I will give it another shot, but if you think timing is the issue, then I'll double my efforts here. I have not been able to change the spark plugs themselves because I can't get in at them. What tool in this world gets you in at these spark plugs? This is a 351 Windsor, and I can't for the life of me get these spark plugs out. I have changed the pitch of the prop, and I have dumped a ton of carb cleaner into this thing. Gum out fuel injector carburetor cleaner. Add entire bottle to up to 19 gallons of gas. For best results, use every fill up. So this says it does up to 19 gallons. I got a 20-gallon tank. I got probably 17 gallons in there. We're gonna go ahead and add 2. Yeah, that'll do it. I am running the original fuel pump. If that is an issue, I'm fully willing to replace that guy. However, Ron Tanner says, based on what I'm describing, this is not the issue. Now jump on the boat. Last season with 3 idiots trying to figure out what is going on with this engine. So, this guy, once I've got it in full throttle, that's the pumper for the rear tube.
For the
Secondaries. So we're gonna get this thing going fast, and then we're gonna see how it does. I got a tip from Ski Boat God Ron Tannis, and he suggested I check this pump over here to see if my secondary barrels were pumping. This is the pump for those apparently. We went out and tested that quite a bit. This is the lever here that Luke was pushing on. Check that out. And here we go.
Not with speed.
Yeah.
So I think it is working.
There we go. Okay, so we're gonna fix that spring. Doing boat stuff. This spring is catching, and now it's actually going down. It's idling high again. So now we're idling at like 11.5 RPMs. I don't know why I go in gear and it drops back down to 6, but then on the idle, now we're back up to like 10,000 RPMs on idle. So what was happening here is this spring guy, when I would go full throttle, was jumping up and catching on a pin that's right here. So I threw a little blue tape on it so that that spring will slide off the side and got rid of that high idle issue.
Oh, I think it's running right. It sounds like it's on the 4 barrels. You need to pull the top off and look in the barrels when it's going. Like, you should be able to do it with the engine off, because all this linkage is all it is.
All right, well, we can do that.
Because these flaps should open as you push. Okay.
Yeah,
See those flaps down there? They're all the way down there.
Yeah.
I could do it right here. But you want to know your linkage is good from the throttle.
Yeah, ready? Here we go.
Oh, get out of the shade. You gotta get out of
Let the sun on it. Ready? Here we go. Full.
They're not opening. They're not opening.
What's not open?
The secondaries.
Well, I think that's where. Ready? I'm gonna do it again, Luke, and you're gonna hit that guy.
See, that opens them.
Ready? Here it comes. Open.
And that opens right there.
And that opens them.
Hang on a second. Something's not hitting right here.
Like I said, 3 idiots out in a boat.
Something's not turning this. It's just slipping through here.
That's how it's supposed to go until a certain point. All right, so this is the throttle assembly that we are talking about. Dylan, go ahead and push that throttle forward. This is what we're looking at. And you see how when that guy goes forward, now this guy, this wheel, is freed up, and that's what opens the 4-barrel.
But where's
Very
that
weird,
point?
we're fluttering this thing right now.
Here, watch.
All right, I'll watch. You do it.
That's what the transmission.
Yep, and then that opens them.
Right, but that shouldn't be opening with the finger. It should open them with the throttle.
No, this is what he said. This is what Tana said. Like, hit that with your finger to find out it's working. And like, we were getting the noise out of it.
No, we weren't getting the noise. We were sputtering when he did that.
But that was when it was already all the way up there.
Like when I push it, it goes up another 1/4 inch.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're supposed to do that. Or you can adjust it by having this move up and down. So, no adjustment.
This doesn't look like an adjustment. The adjustments are all over
This
there.
is just your idle right here, right?
Yeah, well, again, maybe.
I'm pretty sure that's your idle.
I always thought it was that one. One thing that's really annoying me, if it is my carburetor that I need to tune to get this thing running better, I have not been able to find a single video on the internet that has my specific carburetor. They have all these other things to do and look at, and these little windows for your floats and these adjustment knobs. I don't have those. What I do have is I got this little screw on the front float, front barrel maybe, yeah. And I have this adjustment here, and I've got this adjustment here, and I've got this adjustment also on the front float barrel area right there. As far as I can tell, those are the only things that I can mess with to get this thing going better. But this is the front pump. This is the front. This guy, when that goes up and down, it pumps that jet. Idiots.
This could be an air screw too. Something's not working right. This is not turning at all to open those secondaries. See, when you're going full throttle, and when you're going half throttle, you're probably just on 2 barrels. When you go full throttle, as you need more, as it's going, these things should open up to full throttle. Should be like that right there.
Yeah.
And this is not turning right here.
But just.
It is, because it's connected to this other side. It turns very slightly, and it's only until I push it that it opens
Oh, now it's going on its own. I couldn't do that before. Before when the because the throttle's all the way open. That's why. Oh, we're just dumping fuel in. Jesus.
I don't think your 4 barrels are working. There's no way they're working.
What?
There's no way. In order for that to work, those have to open. Those are not opening while you're driving. And when
They're opening a little bit, because that goes up at full throttle. This side, it goes up about that much. Those are locked now.
It's locked now.
But when it's at full throttle, it does go up. It raises kind of on its own.
So that's them opening.
Whatever's in here is pulling it up.
Yep. There's a diaphragm in here.
Watch that. It'll turn, I bet. Along with it.
Let's just leave this open. We'll all drink a beer and then we'll reassess when we think it's dried out. All right, are we ready? So you're still gonna watch this guy.
Oh yeah.
We'll see what happens over here. And now Glenn's holding that thing, so I can give it the business.
yeah, it should.
All right, ready? All right, here comes that stutter right here. When I'm throttling up, I'm getting this like stutters as it goes, and then as it goes into the 4 barrel, sometimes I go and like sing into it, but other times it goes gotta keep going. I gotta
It's in
mess
gear.
with the throttle to get it to go and
Where'd
get
it go?
going.
Nothing.
Nothing. It didn't rotate forward?
The spring did, but not the linkage.
okay.
But this is not rocking like it should,
It should be rocking back. Wait, it should be rocking forward,
and it's not.
and it's
Unless
not.
he moves it, of course, with your. What'd you see in there?
This guy was right up against the throttle the whole time. And the throttle is definitely stopping at a certain point, so maybe we can adjust that and then it'll go further forward. But like that, those wings in there, those flaps are opening, but they're just kind of riding up,
But see, what's happening, I think, when you do this, is you're letting more fuel in,
pumping more.
but you're not getting enough air in because of this side.
It's still restricted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
I also don't think you're supposed to push this to the floor.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I put it at 90 or 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like when I went further, it
Well,
knocked
okay.
out.
Here, put it in. Pop the pin and go in reverse and go full stroke.
That's to the floor right there.
To the floor gives you more. It definitely, so where you had it was definitely backing this bar up, and I couldn't push the wings all the way. We got to go again. Also, for the record, I'm having terrible cold start issues, so if someone can help me figure out how to get this thing starting first time, my wife would really appreciate it. Suggestions, please put them in the comments below. Let me know what I should be doing with this thing. And if someone could please tell me what to do with these carburetor adjustments or even the throttle assembly and how to tune them and what specific things I should be listening for or looking for as I tune those things, I would love that. I have looked everywhere and I cannot figure out for the life of me what I'm supposed to do with this thing. I love doing boat stuff almost as much as anything in the world. And if I can get this bad boy fully ripping for the whole summer, I would be so grateful.